my main thoughts on the iPad Air Generation 4 coming up next. Hey, what's up guys? This is EveryManTEch, and today we're going to be talking about the main uses and the main things I've pretty much been doing with the iPad Air Generation 4 since I've had it for a couple of months now. So if you was looking for a video where actually do a thorough review or an unboxing, you can definitely check that video out in the cards up above, or you can definitely check out the description where I'll have a link to that video, as well as the video where I did the actual dedicated video on the accessories that's available for the iPad Air Generation 4 as well. So again, checking the cards and definitely checking the description below for that video. But in this one, we're going to be talking about everything that I've been doing with the iPad Air since I've had it, and also the main things that you can definitely be taking advantage of if you decide to purchase this iPad Air Generation 4 for yourself as well. So definitely sit back and relax and definitely take some good notes, and I'm sure you will definitely gain some good uses and some great ideas of how you can utilize this iPad Air Generation 4 for your workflow, for just your daily tasks as well. So without any further ado, let's get into the video. Now, it's all the possible things you can possibly be doing with the iPad Air. One of the main things that I've been using this iPad Air for a lot is definitely for watching content. Now, of course, we all watch this on our iPads, our iPhones, MacBooks, Windows, iOS, Android, whatever device that you have, that we know we're always watching movies or just possibly doing anything you can possibly think of. But I can definitely say with this liquid retina display that watching content, movies, and things of that nature have been an awesome dream. Now, what I mean by that is with the quality of the video as well as the picture itself, even coming from a non-M1 device, M1 chip device that is, I can honestly say that the videos on Netflix and just on YouTube or any other of your streaming apps you can possibly think of have been a blast. And a lot of things I also like about it too is the fact that with that 10.9-inch display size, watching videos and looking at content and everything like that, it has not been a bad experience at all. Now, of course, I do prefer 17-inch or 14-inch laptop displays, as far as my 27-inch monitor display, and of course the big screen TV. But if you definitely want to go and just for things like I'm traveling, or I'm just want to have something on my desk while I'm doing my main work, or I just need something just to look at while I'm working or just doing the other tasks as well, the iPad has been clutch for that. And I can honestly say that with that 10.9-inch display on top of that liquid retina display, that you will definitely take advantage of watching the content on it as well, and it will be very enjoyable. And in addition to that, it's also been great for playing video games and everything like that on it as well, because again, while you're on the go, you can just sync up your Xbox controller to it, and you can definitely take advantage of some good mobile gaming while you're on the go, especially if you get the iPad Air in the wireless not the wireless, but the cell phone service, where if you're not in an area where you can get suitable Wi-Fi, that you can definitely take advantage of that cellular service on your on a device itself, so that way you can always be connected to the network anywhere you are. Now, in addition to watching content, one of the main uses I've been using this iPad for, and it quite surprised me because I'm not really a photo editing person, but of course it's just for doing my thumbnails and just all around photo editing. Now, of course, I have the Lightroom on my desktop, and I also have Lightroom on my mobile phone. So if I'm just don't have my iPad with me, I could just do some quick photos on my phone and edit that way. But I can honestly say that using this iPad Air has been a dream as far as doing photo editing, because with that A14 Bionic chip and the fast processing speeds that it is capable of, and despite of it not being, again, an M1 chip device, which of course we know how those devices are in the Pro versions where it's just super fast. But with this iPad Air Generation 4 for the price, I can honestly say that doing photo editing has been a blast. Now, again, I'm a Lightroom user, so I do a lot of Lightroom photo editing, especially for my thumbnails or just social media posts and things of that nature. And with that 10.9-inch display size, I can honestly get the really crispest photos and definitely take advantage of using the Apple Pencil too, and of course doing some detailed work with that as well. And again, with that A14 Bionic chip, the processing speeds, rendering of the photos, and just getting those photos out and edit it in a pretty quick, fast manner, whether it's dark or light mode, no matter what kind of photos that I take, this iPad Air definitely takes advantage of that A14 Bionic chip and pushes it to the max to make sure that I can edit my photos in the best way possible. So if you're someone into photo editing and you're looking for a good device, now let's say maybe you not have your laptop with you, or you're not readily available to a desktop, or you just want something a little bigger than your smartphone to do some photo editing on the go, I can honestly recommend this iPad Air Generation 4 for that, because for me, it's been a blast, and taking advantage of that A14 Bionic chip, of course with that liquid retina display, coupled with the advancements and the improvements of the photo editing software that I utilize. And I'm sure whatever one that you utilize as well, you will be able to take advantage of the power that this iPad Air delivers. So definitely for photo editing, it's been clutch using this iPad Air, and it's been nothing but amazing. Now, another feature of this iPad Air, and it's not necessarily a feature, but it's mainly a use that I've been using it for, and a lot of you may not, maybe use this device for this matter, or maybe not, is just as a secondary display, and on top of that, just another device that I can utilize as a display as well, without actually connecting it to my other monitors or anything like that as well. And I'm gonna explain what I'm talking about in a second. Now, of course, we all seen where we can use the different cables to connect it to the monitor, so that way you can make a bigger display size from your iPad and run it on your regular monitor as if you would any laptop or anything like that. And with this iPad, you can definitely do that as well. And with the addition of the accessories, which I'll talk about more in my accessories video, so definitely check that out, of where you can actually take advantage of the USB-C ports that are freed up on the iPad itself via the smart keyboard case, where it actually have a pass-through where you can charge it, but leave that you can charge your iPad to the case and not have to utilize the port that's on the iPad itself. So you can use that port to connect to another monitor for a secondary display. But another use I've been using this for has been actually using it wirelessly via my Logitech MX Keys keyboard, or any other keyboard that you can use wirelessly to switch between both devices. Now, I have did a video again on the Logitech MX Keys keyboard if you're not familiar with that, so I'll have a link to that below, and you can definitely check that out in the cards as well. But in simplest forms, I have been able to utilize this iPad while doing my regular work by just having it on my desk, where I can just switch between both devices simultaneously. Where if I'm just typing something on my desktop and I just say, okay, I just want to go type up something, look up something on my iPad, or utilize the app, bill pay, or just looking at some content, or just sending out an email, and something that I want to do secondary to what my main task doing. If I'm doing regular work on my other computer, where I want to just utilize both, where you have this iPad on your desk, and you can actually connect it via Bluetooth to the keyboard, where you can actually switch between your main workstation and then switch it over to your iPad. So I've been doing that a lot, just to get a lot of tasks done at the same time simultaneously. So it's definitely something that you should worth considering. And if you don't have the Logitech MX Keys, again, I'll have a link to that for the purchasing down below as well in the description, so that way you can definitely check it out, and you can definitely take advantage of those features and everything like that. That way it definitely boosts up your productivity, and it also is just that's a great secondary option to have, so that way you can really get the most out of all your tech, and definitely get the most use of our iPad, because it serves really well when you're doing a task and you might say, okay, I need to go check something through an app, like a bank app, or a email app, or just any other, or you want to do something, you want to order some food real quick, but you might be doing something on your main computer where you can't actually switch off right then and there. You can just switch over via Bluetooth to the iPad while you're still doing your work, and you can just switch over it, use the mouse and keyboard, everything connected Bluetooth wirelessly, and you can just be able to just utilize that iPad, do everything you can do, and then once you're done, just switch it right back over via Bluetooth and connect right back to your main workstation and keep on working. So definitely something to consider, and it's definitely one of my most favorite uses out of this iPad since I've been using it for these past couple of months. And one of the main uses that I've been using this iPad for, other than photo editing, watching content, and just using it as a secondary monitor, is just definitely has just been using it as a regular device just to send out emails and just do a lot of little typing, that stuff that I normally would do on my laptop or my desktop, but I can actually take advantage of doing that on my iPad Air Generation 4, especially with the accessories, the keyboard case accessories that are available via Apple, Logitech, take any other the manufacturer that you decide to purchase one from. But definitely, it's been a blast using this iPad, definitely on the go while I'm in a car and I might have to respond to an email or type something up really quickly and send it off, or sign a document. It's been clutch using this iPad with those, along with that keyboard accessory, because sometimes, especially in terms of battery, the iPad really holds a lot of battery, and I'll have more description of the battery and more how the power capacity. That's in my review, so definitely again go check that out if you want to go get some more in-depth description and in-depth information about this iPad. But just in general, if just being on the go and just being able to type stuff up on the fly in the car, where I'm not accessible, I can't have like my big laptop charger and charge it up or anything like that, or I might not be able to, of course, use a desktop in the car. That's just impossible. But just having this as with the keyboard case has been great for just doing normal daily tasks, where it almost replaced my laptop in a sense, where I can just do the normal basic tasks. But of course, it's not going to be a permanent solution, especially if you're doing a lot of high power stuff, or you might need a really bigger screen, or you just might just be a solo laptop person where you just really don't want to use nothing but your laptop. But if you're just looking for something quick as a quick substitute while being mobile, where you're not concerned about doing any like crazy major things that you might need a high powered laptop or desktop for, then I can definitely recommend this iPad Air. Has been great for just doing normal laptop, like typing up little documents or sending out an email here and there, or signing some e-documents and stuff like that. It's definitely been great for that, and this is like one of my main uses. I honestly, out of everything that I mentioned, is what I use it for the most, because I'm always doing something on the go, and it's just been a terrific tool for doing that. Now, as great as a tool has this iPad been, of course, we have just one negative that I had mainly about it, and it was mainly due to the unavailable of certain apps that I utilize for my production and workflow, which has not yet been brought to it, and hasn't been brought to like the M1 device, M1 iPad version as well either. So it just might be something that it's just not going to be available on iPad OS, but that's okay. But it's definitely some of your apps that you may use that's available for Mac OS or your Windows OS, you will not be able to find on iPad OS, unfortunately. So that's just, it is what it is. But that's only been my negative flaw about using the iPad Air Generation 4, just the fact that not all the apps that I utilize on other devices are available for the iPad OS or the iPad Generation 4 Air in general. So, all right, guys, that's it. That's pretty much all I got. Just want to give you a rundown of what my main thoughts and my main uses of the iPad Air Generation 4 has been since I've had it since for these past couple of months. So I definitely hope you get some insight on what you can do if you decide to go this route and purchase the iPad Air Generation 4. So even though it's not as new as the M1 iPads that are out now, of course the iPad Pro, but if you're looking for something in an intermediate range, something that you want to definitely get on an affordable level but get a good powerful iPad that you can utilize for your normal day-to-day and some good editing and stuff like that, then I could definitely say pick this guy up, because you definitely won't be disappointed. Since I've had it, I've just been in love with it, and I've come to use it a lot for a lot of things. So definitely check it out. If you want to decide to purchase this iPad, I'll have some affiliated links down below. Of course, you just get a small commission off anything that you purchase, which goes great into purchasing tech for this channel for me to review for you guys. So I definitely in advance appreciate it, and thank you for the support. But also for everything as far as the accessories, the thorough review of the iPad Air Generation 4, as well as any other devices or anything like that that you may want to use this iPad with, I also have all those links down below in the description as always. So definitely go check that out so you can get the full experience. But again, until the next video, I hope you guys have a great and safe day. Bye.